In this video, you will learn about how to create the given three-dimensional solid by using Autodesk Fusion 360. So here, the base can be created by using extrusion command. Either you can create this rectangle on the frontal plane or the top surface of the base on the top plane, and you can extrude it for the required distances. Then you can create this profile along with the circle on the center, and you can extrude it for the given distance of 25 mm to create this one, the top feature, and the fillet can be achieved by using fillet command. Now let's try to create this three-dimensional solid by using Autodesk Fusion 360. Click on create sketch, select the front plane. Let's try to draw a rectangle over here. So the rectangle overall distance is 120. So let me try to draw like this and then give the dimension. So this dimension is 120 and this dimension is given as 25. Okay. And this should be, let's try to draw it symmetrical with respect to the origin point. So to create a symmetry, a line from the origin point, make that line as a construction line. Make sure it is vertical. So let's apply vertical constraint. Now let's apply the symmetry between these two lines. So line of symmetry. So symmetry between this line and this line with respect to the center. So now this is fixed. Now let's make sure from the origin it should be this one. Otherwise you can fix this is coincident with the origin. So this line can be coincident with the origin. So any one constraint should be with respect to the origin. So let me apply coincident constraint between the origin and this line. Now it becomes black color. Okay, so it represents that we are having the uh, entire sketch is a fully constrained sketch. Now let's try to create the second profile, which is over here. So we can create multiple profiles on the same sketch. So here let me try to draw that profile. So here the vertical height is 50. So from here let me draw a line for a distance of 50. Similarly, let me draw another line for a distance of 50. Let's apply the constraint. So it is 50. And let's draw a tangential arc. So go to arc, tangent arc between this point and this point. Okay. Now let's try to fix the dimensions. So this radius, it is going to be 25. This radius is 25. Let me fix it. And let's make sure the dimensions. So here this dimension, it is driven. Okay. And let's find out the gap between these two. So it is 50. It's also dry one. So let's make sure this dimensions. Okay, so this 2 point dimensions. So let me give a constraint, coincide and constraint between these two. So that this profile is also now connected to the origin. Okay. Now let's draw the circle over here. So draw a circle and change the diameter of the circle. So the diameter of the circle is 25 given here. So let's change the dimensions to 25 and let's finish the sketch. Now you're having two profiles. So the base profile is extruded for different distance and the top profile is extruded for different distance. So let's create two extrusions. So extrude the base. I'm going to give in this direction. So the distance of extrusion is 50 in the negative direction. So I'm changing it as minus 50 and give OK. And once you have extruded something, so the profile will be invisible. So you have to enable the profile. So here, go to sketches from the browser and enable the profile. Now the profile is visible. Go to extrude and select this profile and select the direction by dragging the arrow mark. Change the dimension of the distance to 25. Since it is in the negative direction, so negative 25. The operation is join, so this extrusion will join with the base. Now let's switch off the sketch. Now here we need to create the fillet. So let's try to create the fillet. So select the fillet and the edges to be filleted is this line and this line. So two lines and the fillet distance is given as or 8. So let's change the radius to 8. So now we got our fillet. Let's give OK. Now the entire 3D solid is completed. Thank you for watching.